Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through the industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Alex Pauls, and we'll be talking about elevating the brand that you have. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Thanks very much for having me, AJ.
Welcome once again. Welcome to India, Alex. And this show goes globally, but there's a huge audience for what you do, Alex, in India as well. So that is why, specifically for the Indian audience, it means a lot. There are a lot of web designers here, a lot of people who do things for themselves, a lot of small businesses, a lot of consultants, coaches. They will be able to make use of all the information that you are going to share, all the information on all the insights. You are a search engine optimization expert, Alex. We'll be talking about all that. But first, from you to understand exactly is what does your company KP Design do?
Well, what KP Design does is we elevate entrepreneurs, brands. My wife, she handles the web design, the graphic design, all of the branding. She makes everybody look amazing through intuitive design processes. And then she hands off the projects to me, and I do all of the SEO, the optimization for search engines. I do Google ads to help get you the traffic that you need for your website early on before your SEO actually kicks in. And I help people as well with their Google My Business profiles. So we optimize that as well.
Right, Alex. Now, to understand from the audience perspective, Alex, you say that every day is a new day and search engines are constantly evolving. You are an SEO expert. In this backdrop, how does a person decide on SEO, which takes time to work, and by the time it works, things have changed? So how do you work out things in a situation when things are constantly evolving?
I think for entrepreneurs, the best thing they can do is be the experts in their field. Provide as much information as possible on their website. Be complete, be the authoritative expert. And another big tip that I would give people is not just fill your pages with a bunch of words, but actually put in some really interesting videos that have those types of keywords on your subject as well, because the patterns that I've been noticing is people are a lot more interested in watching video now than they are about reading thousands and thousands of words. So the two of those that go together, that's actually a huge strategy boost right now. But from my experience, I would say be as complete and concise as possible. Be the expert in your field. And that's how you're going to eventually end up ranking #1 on Google.
Right. Alex, now to make it simpler for the audience, a lot of people have heard this word, SEO, search engine optimization, all this. But in layman terms, just to understand from an expert like you, what exactly is SEO if a common person who wants to do things by himself or herself has to understand this?
The best way that I can explain SEO is if you and I go to the library and we ask the librarian to recommend a few books on, let's say, a subject, let's say plumbing. We need the best 3 or 4 books on plumbing. So the search engine is basically the librarian, and she goes into the back, or he goes into the back and gets us the 5 best books that would make sure that we know everything we need to know about plumbing. That's what search engine optimization is. Your website is that really, really awesome book that the librarian goes to the back and hands to the person coming to the library. That's the best way that I can explain what SEO is.
Right. Here it is about one library. How about when there are millions of libraries? Now, how do I put things that can, take out the relevant information on my website amongst millions of search that happen every moment? How does my website stand out? What is the special trick that you can give in terms of SEO that works magic for my business, my website, and that is where elevating my brand happens.
Exactly. So what we do is we lay down a really, really strong foundation so that when people come to the website, they stay, they recommend it to other people in their networks via, social media sharing. Um, uh, the best tip that I can give people just starting out, though, before that long-term SEO kicks in, is to run Google ads. And that would help get you in front of people. I don't know if everybody is familiar with Google ads, but when you Google a certain subject, usually the first three results are an ad on the first page. And if you do a really good ad, you can actually show up in front of a lot more people. So that's probably the best way to game the system. You're paying for a little bit at first, but if your ad is really good and your content is really good, you'll actually start to rank up higher in the future without the ad.
Okay, so what you mean to say is that uh, along with SEO, you must go in for ads. But then people tend to skip those ads, even if it is reflecting the until unless those are big brands. Means this is my understanding of my talking with a few people. I'm not that expert, but this is how I behave. If it's a bank, I know this is an ad from the bank. It's a big bank. They keep on giving ads. But what
Right.
about smaller brands? I may not trust instantly, even if it is on its own. If it is coming up higher on the rank, I will be a bit skeptical later on because it has been giving too many ads. How do we look at things in this backdrop?
Sure, that's a great question. So what I tend to do when I create Google ads is I write them very clearly. I don't make them like spammy or make it look like it's a scam or a big brand. I make it as clear and concise that this is actually what you're looking for, and my clients have gotten great results from that. Just yeah, basically writing great copy for your Google ads is how I make it so that my clients stand out, but it not in a spammy way. So the goal is for people to actually see those ads and want to click them. So most of the time I'll have a 10 to 15% click through rate, which is amazing. I would say 2 to 3% is probably the average.
Okay, okay. Uh, Now let's look at, there is something called Google snippets. Where does that come in? It ranks even higher than all the results that come in. It tries to answer you the question in the best manner possible, and that site may not be, a very famous site, something that you may not even have heard of. How does one make sure that is it possible through SEO that I land up, my website lands up, my content lands up on that very, very top position called Google snippets?
Yeah, so this is an interesting topic. If you have great content and Google actually takes the snippet and puts it out there so that they don't even have to go to your website, this is something that we have to contend with, right? We have to make sure that, okay, number one, if you're showing up in the Google snippet, there's still the possibility that the person reads the snippet, likes what they see that it's a great resource, and they'll still go to your website. But there is the double-edged sword of them not even going to your website because they get everything that they need now, right? So this is an interesting battle that we have to play. And another thing, not to jump too much, but if we look at Google My Business, a lot of businesses will have lots of 5-star reviews. So let's say we're looking for that plumber again, and you see the business with a lot of 5-star reviews. It's almost like a Google snippet. People trust, 500 5-star reviews. They don't even go to the website. They just call right away. And this is a form of trust building without even having to go to the website. So this is an interesting discussion as far as, we don't want our clients' websites to get bypassed, but Google and Google My Business are doing ways so that people get that information, that trust, as quickly as possible.
Right, right. You can't do anything. Just as they say that there are only few things that money can buy.
Yeah.
The rest, in this case, it has to be good content.
Right.
Now,
So, and that's when I was saying, if you have some really good videos on your website, you might end up on YouTube. You might end up on like a video feed in a snippet in Google search. It's the search engines are always trying to get people the information they need the quickest, right? They want those first 2 or 3 clicks and then have your answers
right.
solved right away. Your problem solved.
Right, right. That reminds me of one interesting development that is happening, which I read some time back, is that a lot of searches are happening on TikTok. The young generation is doing a lot of search on TikTok, on Instagram. It used to be, and that is why some time back, even Google acknowledged that particular fact in its meetings, in its talks, and that came out. And that is where things started in terms of indexing. Google started indexing a lot of content from Instagram and TikTok. I guess this is what is happening. A lot of things are changing every moment. I don't know what is the latest, but in terms of this sort of videos coming in from TikTok, from Instagram, all those things coming in into Google, because Google does not want to lose out on that search, because 40% of traffic, if that goes towards those places, in spite of they not being search engines, but may turn into search engines, where does SEO come anywhere in between? How do I make sure that I don't need to work at all three places? How does SEO come in between? Does it come anywhere? How do I make the best in a situation like this? Because most of the content creators, most of the small businesses, they don't have great teams, and big teams here, that's a different story altogether.
Right.
How does one deal with this situation?
Okay. So to step back just a little bit, I like to tell my clients that your website is like a city, and a big city. And coming into the city, you have different highways, right? So this can be social media, let's say TikTok, Facebook. This can be from Google search. This can be from direct search. This can be from ads. And this can be from organic or what have you. So you have a bunch of different highways that people can find you. So a huge strategy right now for people to discover you. It used to be YouTube. YouTube, I would say, is still a big part of being like a search engine to help find people, to help find solutions. But like you said, TikTok, Instagram, these are ways for people to get found now. So this is how your brand gets discovered. You're making fun TikTok videos. Let's say you're, solving problems, you're fixing something and you're making quick videos. People like that. People like watching you do all sorts of, it's not just dancing, right? TikTok.
Right,
You
right.
can actually have helpful videos. A lot of my clients, a lot of businesses are doing TikTok videos, and they're using this one highway to get people to their brand, to get people to their website. So I think this is an amazing strategy, and you should definitely be taking advantage of it.
Right. So, as a small business, as a consultant, as a coach, independent coach, how do I make myself more discoverable? Should I be posting on all the places, or I come to you for a website designing? Then you
Right.
suggest a few more things. Then I go back, and then I'm left with a website, very high end website. But is it enough in today's time? Do you suggest your clients, after this? That have I covered the entire spectrum where I will be discoverable enough?
Right. Okay. So this is an awesome question too. So just because your website's finished does not mean that you're going to get found. You need to be creating content. You have to be creating content. I would be sharing or creating videos or articles on social media and having your network share that. I would be appearing on podcasts like we're doing right now, right? We are, promoting ourselves. We are experts in our fields. The more places that we show up, the better chance, that we're going to rank on the internet as an expert. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I would say is never stop creating content. Never stop. Even if you're just creating, like, TikTok is perfect. 1 minute videos. If you're sit down on a Monday morning and you have your coffee and you create a video that helps your audience, and then you do that again on Wednesday and Friday, and then it goes viral, that's a huge boost to your domain authority, which is your brand and your internet's reach on the internet.
Right, Alex. Right. In amidst all this thing, I was just wondering, at this point in time, is that a lot of changes are happening, and we talk about Google business, so we talk about the knowledge panel. I think, if I is it right, you have that knowledge panel and all that stuff in Google business, and your website reflects on the right side of the page when it comes, and people think that, okay, it is a reliable business, and people have that confidence in you. They will think that this is something which they would like to deal with. That an easy thing for people to do? Is it very easy, or is it open to criticism? Also, people can just land up. Maybe you got many customers, they don't give good reviews, but they don't give reviews at all. But two not so very happy customers, they go and leave reviews. How do you manage the Google panel part of it? Or then otherwise, your business is very much open to such sort of a review. Website is still more protected, you can manage those reviews that you get. How do you deal here? And is SEO any role to play in that? Do, when you people design websites, manage Google business for these people, how does it work for them?
Okay, so the main thing about, okay, so we'll answer your first question about the negative reviews on Google. So how do we manage that? Let's say that you're getting spam reviews or reviews that aren't even from your clients. This could be a problem, right? So Google is good. They actually have a format where you can submit. I think it's called an appeal. You can appeal the reviews,
Okay.
especially if it's not from clients. So let's say it's you made somebody mad, but they told all of their friends, and now all their friends are writing bad reviews about you. You can go to Google and they'll help you out with that. For a legitimate bad review, let's say that a customer did have a bad experience. They didn't want to talk to you about it, unfortunately, so they left a bad review. This still is your opportunity to reply on Google My Business. You can write a reply, and this is your chance to show how good of a company you are. This is a great opportunity. Car dealerships, I've seen this many, many times where, oh, I'm sorry that you've had a problem. Please bring in your vehicle. We'd love to see you again. We'll offer you a free maintenance. And then people will actually see that public review and then your response. This is your opportunity to take something bad and show that you are a very good company still.
Right, Alex. Right. Now, yeah, you wanted to add something?
Oh, I was just gonna say that Google My Business and then going into the SEO. What I love to do with my clients is I love to get them to ask their customers for a specific type of Google review, like you're guiding your customer. So this is a huge tip for people. When you're asking for a review from your customer, you ask, what the service was. Was it done in a quick amount of time? Were you satisfied? And this kind of gets the people writing a good review for you, but using certain keywords. Like, AJ was a great interviewer. He helped me expand my reach, and he made KP Design, their brand, elevated beyond, and now we're global because of AJ. So thank you very much. Like, that would be my Google review for you. So in those keywords, I have your name, I have what you're doing. If I put your company name in there, those are all strategic keywords. So SEO plays a huge part. And when people are actually searching now, what Google is doing is they're actually pulling some of those reviews and showing those companies with those reviews for those specific keywords. Let's say like best interviewer, AJ.
Right, right. Thank you for those kind words, even though it's an example at the moment, but I will certainly try my best to earn that sort of a review. But Alex, now talking about, you talk about, elevating brands for change makers, helping professionals stand above the crowd. Those people, they come to, a lot many people come to you, to KP Design. Now, what is it that they come to you for? Obviously, they have all those things together they want to do. But what is the main problem area? What is the main problem that they face with their website? What is it that they seek, but they are not able to do it? Any other agency is not able to do it, and they are just in a fix. What to do about it? What is your experience? So that I ask it so that people know if they are facing that problem, they know where to reach because they know these people have the solution to it.
Perfect. So from what I understand, you're asking is what makes us unique, right?
Right.
What makes KP Design unique? So we have a really great process. My wife and I, we only do 2 projects per month. So we're very selective. Our ideal client is someone that is already a successful small business, but they're ready, they're not just do it yourself anymore. Like when you first start, you kind of make your own website, you make your own little logo and brand, and you don't even know what's really going on. And you have some success, but now you're ready to really take your business to the next level because you're doing great. So those are our ideal clients. So they come to us, we sit down, we have a meeting, whether it's on Zoom or in person, because we have clients all over the world now. And what makes us unique is that my wife, she asks certain questions, and it's not so much about what the people are saying. It's a lot of the things are what they're not saying and what she's seeing, the experience that they want to give to their ideal clients, who they want to attract. And what we do is we, meditate on this. We use an intuitive type of design. We really get to know our clients because we're only doing very few projects per year. So it really gives us a chance to be like intimately involved in our client's business. So we really understand it. And that's basically what makes us unique. And we like our turnaround time. Another great thing about us, since we're only booking 2 projects per month, is your project gets finished in 1 month. We don't drag it on for months and months and months, and we don't hire out we do all the work in-house ourselves. So it's a little bit busy as a small business owner, but we found that this is what makes us unique. This is what makes us happy, and we love to provide those services to our clients.
Right, right. So, in terms of a small business, new business, any sort of a business or consultant coach who come to you, and now you talk about elevating the brand. Is it just about the website? Because you have written the book also, Elevate Your Brand.
Right.
What is it that you want to tell them? What does elevating your brand mean? The brand means, is it
Right.
just about the website? Are there other things involved? What have you written in the book? What do you tell the clients? What do you do for your clients?
So the brand experience is what we love to say, especially in our book, is the brand is when you leave the room, what are people saying about you and your company? When you're not there, are they saying, wow, this is amazing, like this, I will keep coming back over and over again? What is the experience? So a brand isn't just a website, it's not just a logo, it's not just colors, it's all these things put together. It's that owner of the business as well, and what they bring to their clients. So it's this big package. So we try and encapsulate everything about the business owner, their business, and then how to attract the perfect clients for them, the ones that they want to help, because you can't help everybody, but you definitely want to help the people that are your ideal clients, right? So that you get those great Google reviews.
Right, right. My last question on this particular stuff is that with the advent of Chat GPT, and there is this talk of Microsoft, it getting integrated with Microsoft and probably with Bing. Till now we were talking about just Google. SEO was mostly about Google, and rest of the other search engines were just there, but that was not the main point. Was always Google. Are you looking at this whole changing situation as to how businesses will be able to integrate themselves if it has to make sense of what is happening at Bing, or maybe you never know, chat gpt gets integrated with other search engines, and Google may not be the same Google in terms of priority. How you people are looking at this whole scenario as an expert?
Well, that's a great question. Wow, you're really ahead of the curve because I just heard about this, recently. So I haven't quite, prepared for that yet. But you could see the progression, right? Um, even about a year or two ago, we had to, as SEO experts, we had to start getting prepared for people just talking into their phones, not typing, right? Like where do I find the best
Right.
something, or not it, more SEO the way people speak, not so much the way that they write or type. So that was kind of the first progression. And now we're going into this new AI style of, the computer will just bring it to you. I I I would say that we're always going to need the websites. It's the website is like a book. It gives you everything. It gives you more than just what you're looking for, and it helps you discover new things. This option, this you know chat GPT, it just gets you exactly what you need quickly and nothing more, right? So I me being a curious person, human nature is I'm curious, right? I want to know a lot of things. So I don't mind going on a website and discovering more things. Not just, it's nice when I find the one thing I need very quickly. But as humans, we're always looking for that experience of, how look at these videos, or look at these other solutions that this person has, not just this one thing. So I think I think that they both can coexist, and we'll see what the future holds for us. But I believe that they'll both can coexist, and it'll be okay.
Right, right. One last question on this, Alex, is that you people, when you take work, you ask that you do everything afresh, so that it is in a you are able to utilize your SEO customization in the best manner possible. So, in a time like this, when people are using much more of templated websites, either through Wix, those hundreds of places have come up. You people, I read your website, so you talk about Flywheel. I don't know about it, but using that sort of a stuff, and for a general person, and then putting your website on for the client, people who are offering those customized templated sort of stuff, is it how would they believe or think that they are still getting the best, or is it that they have to look at other places where they can adequately use the SEO part, as you guys do in your work? How do I understand, in terms of a common man who's using Wix or any other website template which offers several things for a simple customer?
Yeah, like I said, if you're just starting out and you're don't have a huge budget to have a custom website, for sure, grab a theme, grab something off of Wix. I know that Wix has a little bit of built-in SEO. The best tip that I can give anybody is when you're creating that content, make sure that it's interesting. Always think about that you're answering the questions that people would be asking on Google.
Okay.
So and try and answer everything: who, what, where, when, why, what, answer all of those questions on your website, and right there, that'll be a great resource for people to go to. You want your website to be a great resource, and like I said, if you really want to capture people, have some amazing video on there, or have some of your social media videos, some of your best ones, put them on your site so people can watch that. They're much more interested in watching you speak than they are just reading. So these are probably for anybody that's just starting out as a small business, this is a huge tip. This will get you, get you there. Get that Google My Business done, right? Optimize it. Anybody that is nice enough to leave a review, reply to them, say thank you for the review. I appreciate doing business with you. These things all add up to great SEO. And when you're ready to take that next step and you want a bigger, more powerful website, then you probably move away from Wix or Square. And if you have do you guys have Shopify? Like Shopify is a
Yes,
Canadian.
yes,
Yeah. So
yes, yes,
if
yes.
you have e-commerce, Shopify has built-in SEO. If you're selling products, you can go on Etsy. We don't really do too many e-commerce sites, so we just do WordPress, and our hosting is Flywheel. So that's
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay. So you mean it's like Bluehost?
yeah, exactly, yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I was just trying to understand it because there are so many hosting sites, and
sure,
on this side of the planet, it's mostly about Bluehost and so many other hosts. Okay, so
sure,
it's nice to learn about this particular part about hosting and that
sure.
people are using that particular
And
thing,
it's
especially.
great that you mentioned that, because people really should shop around for a good hosting platform so that your site is secure. Don't go with, do your research. I don't want to bash anybody, but there's a lot of places out there that don't give you the security or the daily backups. Like we use Flywheel because it's a WordPress specific, secure, fast hosting platform. So do your research. Your hosting is important. If your website is the house, the hosting is the property that your house lives on. And the better security you have around your house, protecting you, keeping you safe in a nice neighborhood, the better.
And especially in these times when your security, cyber security, and all sort of security is not guaranteed at all, so you got
Exactly.
to be very sure about such things. Great discussion, great insights, Alex. This part about the SEO is over, but I'm very curious to and perhaps that will be another sort of a discussion. But in this discussion, the way you people are living your life is a great inspiration. That's the life a lot of people want to live. Been married for many years, and you will be celebrating your 25th anniversary. You and your wife own a business together. So many things. It's like actually, living the life together. And then you are moving and living the life that you want, taking clients that you can only want do, and that works for you, and you are able to justice with the clients, and you are seeing the world at the same time. Means I really want to understand through you for the world which they want. The great resignation is one of the reasons. This is one of the big reasons people want to give time to themselves, to their families, to understand what this world is all about, and that they see the world not just in pictures but in reality. So how is it that you people got this into your mindset, and not just got it, you went out and did it, and are still doing it every moment? I guess that's a great inspiration. That's what people aspire for. I am mighty impressed.
Oh, thanks very much. I really appreciate that. It's funny, like we all have gifts, right? We should all look within ourselves to find out what our gifts are. My wife has been doing this business now for 21, 22 years, and our goal, even when we were younger, was to work together, because we always thought that husband and wife working together can be a lot more powerful, creating the future that they want for their family, for themselves. So what I did was, she is the creative one, and I am the math. I am the people person. Like I love talking to people, and I thought, okay, how can I bring my gifts to her business? So and this is what I'm doing. I'm doing the math. I'm doing the technical. I discovered that our business needed SEO. So what did I do? I went on all these different Skillshare, YouTube, Moz Academy. I did as much learning as I could about SEO, and I made myself valuable for the company, right? And together, it's really, really interesting when you work with your partner on something so that you can create your future. I really do believe that this is way more powerful, and this is something that I want to talk to people about in the future. I would like to see more and more married couples working together, building the futures that they want, instead of, you know, one person being in a cubicle here and they're never together and they're miserable. And you know, our kids get to see us every day working together. I mean, it's hard work. Like my wife and I, we work a lot because, you know, like I said, we don't farm out any of our work, but our kids, they get to see that we're building something together. And eventually, if they want to come into our business as well, we could probably use some good kids that are social media managers, right? So that's a great tip for anybody out there with teenagers. If you have a business, hire your teenage children to help you with your social media because they're already experts. They're amazing. Kids are amazing.
Right.
And I bet you can get a good tax write-off too.
Right. Right. Indeed, Alex. My last question to you, Alex, is that, the world talks about couple goals, and then they talk about individual goals. How have you been? You have been achieving all those goals together, and not just doing business, but also doing the family thing together. And as couple, also you are trying to put all the effort that you can in terms of taking out your personal time, personal life. As you're talking about living near Rocky Mountains of Canada for the last 5 years, and motorcycle adventures in the summer, means you talk it all like some fairy tale life. It is not, I know that. So just from your perspective, what is the tip that you would like to share for people, especially couples who are working together? And secondly, now what is it that is left for you people to do to achieve?
Yeah, I think the biggest tip that I would give people is figure out early on if you want to be a business owner and manage the business and scale it and make it big, or if you want to, like, what we're actually doing is we are specifically keeping our business small on purpose so that we can manage everything like just ourselves. We are doing this on purpose. So that's one of the things that I would recommend people figure out right away. Um, yeah, you work hard is very interesting. Working for yourself, because my wife, she knows this for a long time. She's worked for herself forever. It's me who's had to really change. Like, you know, when I used to work in a cubicle, it was, you know, 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock. You come home, you don't have to worry about anything. But when you own your own business, you're checking emails at night, you're checking emails when you wake up. You have to figure out that balance, and sometimes it's very hard to do. Um, we work hard, and then even when we go on those motorcycle adventures, we're stopping in the restaurant and we're doing emails and working quickly, and then we can. So it looks great when you take this picture, but in my mind, I'm riding my motorcycle and I'm still thinking about work, and so it's very interesting to try and get that balance. It's not for everybody to work for yourself, but it's you just have to know that, you know, you'll have work on the brain a lot more than, you know, if you were just working at a regular job.
Right, right. And where do you want to go from where you are at the moment? Is there
Oh,
what are the places that you want to visit? Which is both in terms of in terms of actual places, and as well as in terms of the destinations that you have set for yourselves as a family.
sure. Well, one of our big goals would be to we would actually like to get married again in Italy. So that's one of our big goals. And if anybody wants to show up, great. We'll see you there. And I would say that as far as business goes, I would say one day, you know, KP Design will probably shut down, and we will start up a new business. Well, this will be our retirement business when we buy a big piece of land. We want to have a healing center where people come. Right now, we already have Airbnb, so we are posting people, and we love that. So if I could build, a little community with some different houses and host people for Airbnb from all over the world, that would be a really great retirement gift to give myself. So that's one of the things that I'm working towards is, having that big piece of land so that I could build different houses and cottages so that people can come and stay and feel good.
Wonderful, wonderful. On this note, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.